This is a view of the Ponnani, the historic Ponnani mosque from the outside. You see the large structure. It's a Kerala tradition, built in Kerala tradition. The tradition here is it's said as a karamat of the Zainuddin Makhdum. He got this inside. A lot of wood things are there, and he got it from one tree. So the tree structure is made out of one tree. They say. This is the structure. And here is the dargah. But the interesting thing is that inside the dargah, this facility is only for ziyarah, and there is no facility, anything you can see as a heighted cover. The cover is the plain as it is. The plain as it is, that Makhdum's cover is maintained, and only the facility is given as additional building for 15 ton. Zainuddin Makhdum yeah.
In 1500, Zainuddin Makhdum established this masjid.
Zainuddin Makhdum
first established this masjid. Okay, so this masjid is 500 years old.
500.
Okay, so tell us about the architecture and about the masjid.
Architecture ഒരു പിന്നെ അമുസ്ലിമായിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ആശാരിയായിരുന്നു ഫസ്റ്റിൽ ഉണ്ടാക്കിയത്. പിന്നെ അങ്ങോട്ട് മുസ്ലിമായി അങ്ങോട്ട് ഖബർ ഇവിടെ തന്നെ.
One of the Hindu carpenter, he was the architect and he became Muslim later on.
I see. We know his name?
His name?
Ashari Tangal.
Yeah, it's wonderful because he was an Ashari. Ashari is carpenter.
Okay.
So and Tangal is say, and maybe the Makhdum named him after that. Yeah.
I see. So he
Ashari Tangal Makhdum ഒന്നാമന്റെ അടുത്ത സ്നേഹിതനായി.
Okay, he was very close friend of Makhdum first. The Ashari Tangal was when he was a Hindu fellow.
I see. So what used to happen in this mosque?
It's one of the biggest mosque, in the sense this was the major higher education center for the Muslims of Kerala, and people students from various countries used to come here from Sumatra, from various places of Southeast Asia,
Java, Malaysia,
Southeast Asian countries,
Malaysia, Ceylon,
yeah, Sri Lanka also, yeah. So various places, and this center was supplying the religious people religious leaders for the entire Kerala. I can say from Mangalore to Kanyakumari.
Okay.
The religious leaders were given trained here.
Can you give us names of some of the famous scholars?
Means Zainuddin Makhdums were a lot. Was second and all.
Second is Tuhfatul Mujahideen. Yeah, author of the Tuhfatul Mujahideen. Zainuddin Makhdum രണ്ടാമൻ Tuhfatul Mujahideen.
So the famous book Tuhfatul Mujahideen was written here.
Yeah, I can
some of the famous.
Umarul Qali is there. He is famous for his.
Tuhfatul Mujahideen ഒരു മലയാളി എഴുതിയിട്ടുള്ള ഏറ്റവും ആദ്യത്തെ ചരിത്രം.
Yeah, I told him. Yeah, you say Tuhfatul Mujahideen is the major history book written by a Malayali. Whoever it may be, and it's a big, widely referred book, and it has its own.
പഴയ കാലത്തെ ഈ കേരളത്തിലെ ചരിത്രങ്ങളൊക്കെ പഠിക്കാനുള്ള
it's a major reference book for history of Kerala.
Okay, some of the scholars or some of the books that have been written in this mosque.
A lot of books, all the three Zainuddin Makhdums, first, second and third, all of them have written a lot of books in fiqh, in hadith, in tafsir, in tasawwuf basically, fiqh and tasawwuf mainly. And Tuhfatul Mujahideen is a call for jihad against these Portuguese people, and it gives all about the local culture here. And you can see this is the lamp of Ponnani. Okay, you can see a stone. No, this is not seen. It's inside. There's a round rock. Yeah, brought by Ibn Hajar al-Haytami. I told you, he was the religious leader.
Ustad of the Zainuddin Makhdum.
Yeah, Ustad of Zainuddin Makhdum.
Zainuddin Makhdum രണ്ടാമൻ.
Second, yeah, I told him.
So this lamp is not lighted.
Not lighted right now. This
ഇത് മഗ്രിബിന്റെ ശേഷം
only after Maghrib it is lighted.
I see.
And earlier too, still there is a dars going on
around this lamp.
Around this lamp.
So how old is this lamp?
This
ഏകദേശം ഒരു 100 കൊല്ലം ഉണ്ടാവും.
It's only
From the beginning, 100?
വിളക്കിന് 500 വർഷം.
So it says the 500-year old.
500 years. This is Muazzin of the mosque.
ഇതിന്റെ ഈ വിളക്കത്തിരുന്ന് പഠിക്കല്
I told you. It was the son. I told you earlier there was not the system of giving titles like Faili or anything like that. So Bakav or Qasim or nothing like that. Just to sit around this lamp and learn here for 5 years, 10 years, to 15 years.
That was your sanad.
That was the sanad.
You're talking about some important saying in Malayalam about this lamp. Can you
it's velakkathirikal, called velakkathirikal. Means velakka means the siraj, the light, and to sit irikal means to sit. So velakkathirikal is called. Yeah. And I told you it's called Musliar only is the call like Kiyai for. So this stone was brought by Ibn Hajar al-Haytami, the 15th, 16th century scholar from Makkah. He brought this stone, this particular stone he brought from Makkah. So that's why this sanad is given.
Okay.
There you see. And a lot of all the major scholars were product of Ponnani, and the Ponnani syllabus is widely followed, not the Nizami syllabus which is followed in North India. So now after 1920, when the Vailur Baqiyat Saliyat was there, then there's a mixture of there was not that much importance for this logic, mantik, and this kind of philosophical things came from North India.
I see.
The importance was fiqh and tasawwuf.
I see.
I told you ilm and tasawwuf was the major thing of the scholar. They were the Sufi leaders themselves and the Sufi sheikh and scholars.
So the education is still going on in this masjid?
There is not that much big legacy is there.
But they do it.
That legacy is deteriorated, but still education is going on. Yeah, the same education. Now still nominally there is the 40th Makhdum is there.
40. Now is the Makhdum Sayyid MP Muttukoya Tangal.
Sayyid MP Muttukoya Tangal, the 40th Makhdum.
He's
Sayyid MP Muttukoya Tangal.
He is not available on phone.
Out of region.
Okay, yeah.
He's the Imam.
Yeah, he is the 40th Makhdum.
Okay, and this is the hall that we're seeing is the original hall.
He is the original 500-year-old.
500-year-old. And this stairs is going on, so that means the second floor was there at that time?
No.
Later, it was added later?
The entire structure is 200-year-old.
Okay.
First, this sector only.
I see.
Okay, this is the light in the Ponnani, one of the lights. Okay, and we will go to the other light which is considered as getting a sanad. If you sit here, it is considered as a sanad. And this man who is the muaddin in this mosque, he is just lighting up this old traditional 500-year-old this light, and he is doing that right now. This is the light where you sit and get the knowledge of Islam. It's considered the biggest honor for the Muslim scholar. Students from various countries, especially Southeast Asian countries other than Keralites, they were used to come here and study. And students from Java and all, you can see, have written explanations and commentaries on books written by Makhdums who taught here. And and here is the specially made member of this mosque. It's wonderful to see the Hindu carpenters were making all the beautiful mihrabs here. This is, they say, 200-year-old structure. You can see, have a nice look to the architecture which is given here. Here in Kerala, we have the tradition of taking a sword while the Khatib delivering his sermon, this Friday sermon. He gives this Friday sermon using, taking this sword in this hand. So this is the sword. How many old this sword? This, he says this is 500-year-old, this sword, and Makhdum was using. this particular sword for a long time. So still ഇപ്പോഴും തന്നെയാണ് ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നത് ജുമാക്ക്. Still for on Juma day this particular sword is used for delivering sermon by the khatib.